Alright, what's going on YouTube? Chris here again with another video. For today, I'm going to go over a blind spot detection with a cool LED light. So, stay with me. We're going to go ahead and install this thing, review it, and see what's cool with it. So, I do want to say thank you and a huge shout out to Teslaunch for sending this out. So first, let's go ahead and show you guys what is in this box and what is included. So what's pretty cool right off the bat is they have a plastic trim removal tool. That's going to be essential so you don't scratch up your car and whatnot. So a couple harnesses in there. You have the light itself, and then some like 3M backing tape to go ahead and put where you're going to be putting this. And a nice handy dandy set of instructions, which is always nice to have. Should be a pretty simple, straightforward install, but there you have some pictures help guide you along, and then the whole different types of functions that this is capable of. So without further ado, let's go ahead and install that little LED light strip and blind spot detection. So, not to state the obvious, but you're going to go ahead and open up your passenger door. And that's because you want to go ahead and get access into here. So this little weather stripping is going to come off to the side, and then in here is going to be where all your connections are. So for this weather trim, you're obviously not going to need tools. Just get your hand back there and ever so slightly pull away, just like this. Alright, so once this weather strip is removed, go ahead and take that orange provided tool, and you're going to squeeze in between right here, and you should be able to tug away just like so, revealing everything you're going to basically be messing around with. So next up, there's going to be that black little pop clip. You're going to go ahead and retrieve and get that out as well. And once again, you can go ahead and use your orange clip. So I'm using this end. Just pop it out just like that. And here you have that little piece. Put it to the side, and don't lose it. So once that is all removed, you're also going to want to go ahead and pop these out right here. Slide it out. Alright, next up you're going to remove this trim piece right here, and you're just going to remove that. Now that that trim is now removed, you're going to go ahead and take your black LED lighting and your 3M tape. You're going to apply the 3M tape on the back side of this. So now in the directions it says apply 2 centimeters away from the edge, and that's because this is not long enough to go from one end all the way to the other. So there is going to be a little bit of a gap, but the 2 centimeters will make sure you're at least in the middle of where you want to be. Alright, now that I have applied the 3M tape all the way down to the end, we're going to go ahead and throw it up here. Alright, if you got a buddy or aka spouse like I do, she's got that approximately 2 centimeters away from the edge. Pull back the red tape, and here I am on my side, as you can see, about 2 centimeters away from the edge. So this is going to be lined up in the middle where we want it. So we're going to go ahead and lay down the 3M tape. Alright, and here's that last little segment. We'll go ahead and pull that tape off and lay this right here on the edge, just like so. Alright, and as you can see, that little white plastic thing that they gave you, you're going to feed it through here. It's going to come out from the side, and what that's going to do is going to be your router. So once that's fed through, you're going to take your black LED harness connector, tie it to the end, and you're going to feed it through, pass it through here. And since there was leftover red tape, that's all I did. I went ahead and taped this together, and like I said, we're going to go ahead and feed this through. Pull it on through. Don't want to get it lost up in there. And there's our end. Alright, so this is going to look like throw up, right? There's a lot of connections going on, but I'm going to try my best to walk you guys through. So at the top you have that one that got fed through, and here is one connection. This is to the harness that was supplied. So the one connection there, and the harness that was supplied had 2 of them, so black on black is going to get connected to the next one. Okay, now you're going to look for the harness leg that says Highland. Now that's going to get plugged into here, but before you plug that in, you had to disconnect the stock connector, which is right here. Now that stock connector hooks into the supplied harness that was labeled Highland, if that makes any sense. So that's basically your only connections. And then this one down here as well. This was an empty plug, but this is running off of the harness that had the Highland on there. Now there are some empty slots, so that's for different models. Don't gotta worry about that, but we're gonna go ahead and tuck this away with some zip ties, put the trim back on, and be good with it. Now if you guys have any questions on the detail of this, lay a comment down below and I would definitely answer that, because this does look pretty confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, since we see the LED strip is on, everything's tucked away, what we're gonna go ahead and do is put this floorboard back on. Alright, now that the floorboard is back on, got the pop clip back in place, weather strip is back in place, we're gonna go ahead and cover up this little mess over here, put the trim back on, and then show you guys the lights. Alright, final touch has just been applied. There's our carbon fiber trim, and here is our little light bar. Now it's red because the passenger door is open. Once I shut it, well, shut it fully, everything should be good. So to go ahead and test our lights, what we're going to go ahead and do is go to lights. It's on. And let's see all the different colors we can go ahead and play with. Alright, there's some purple, some pink action going on. Turn it red. And of course, this is going to match your ambient lighting throughout the car. So, pretty cool. All checks out. Now let me go ahead and show you guys like a turn signal. So it's going to display green if nothing is in your blind spot, but if there were something there, it would flash red, it wouldn't work. Here's your right turn signal. Alright, last but not least, let's do a color test. So you're going to go to your main display, your lights, here's your little color wheel. So there is currently on like an orange, you can go red, blue, purple, pink, orange, you name it. Let's go back to red, and obviously the color wheel. Now keep in mind that this light is pretty much going to line up with your red ambient light up there that comes stock with the car. So hard to show you during the day, but just know they do exist. I can't wait to see this thing at night. Now on top of the light bar, keep in mind this is a blind spot detector primarily. Now if I go to put the turn signal on, you'll see that this flashes green and your blind spot is pretty much okay. Same thing if I turn to the other side. Green means okay. Now if it were not okay, it would flash red and it would let you know. Alright, so that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this thing. Tesla content is always fun. They're always improving and changing the game. So again, a huge thank you for Teslaunch for setting this out. This is a functional mod. It's something nice. It adds another little light touch to your car. It serves a purpose. It allows you to check your blind spots a little bit easier and makes your car a lot more fun. So functional, fun, count me in. One thing I do love about this kit was everything was supplied that you guys are going to need. You don't have to go buy batteries. You don't got to go buy scissors and whatnot. Everything is included, and no extra tools are going to be required. So I like the fact that they gave you the little trim removal kit. That's helpful. That way you're not damaging your car. And again, like the 3M tape, that's so far that thing's held up pretty good. I don't see any issues. As long as you've cleaned the surface prior to putting the 3M tape on, you should be good. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns in regards to this install, I know the harness layout can be a little tricky, but you can figure it out, and if not, I can go ahead in more detail in another video or comment section down below. So other than that, just want to say thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing because more Tesla content is coming. Have some stuff coming on the way and some future plans. So other than that, I do want to say thanks again for watching. Never live your life in idle, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Alright, now that it's dark out, I want to show you guys at night. Here's a nice, beautiful red. So a couple things I want to address is this light is super bright, and I don't believe there is a way to dim those, which is one negative about it. Now, turn signals. There's your left. Turn that off. Here is your right. So depending on what door is open, it will give you an indicator as well. As you can see, the little red light there. Nothing over there. I go ahead and shut this door. It will go away. Now if I were to open up the rear, same thing will happen. It will go red. So let's go ahead and shut the rear door. And as you see, that light went away. And obviously you're not going to see any blind spot protection because I am in my driveway. Now let's go ahead and take a drive and see what else we can figure out. Alright, as we're getting ready to pass these cars, now turn orange, that then turns orange, letting you know that your blind spot was taken up. Now if I apply my turn signal, it's actually going to go red. And it won't let you go. So there is your blind spot detection at night. Now something else that we can go over is changing the temperature. So if you increase the heat, the little red light bar goes up. Now if you make it cooler, drop it a degree, there goes a little blue light bar. You increase the fan speed, it goes red. You decrease it, and then it goes blue. So just cool little other hidden functions that I've noticed while driving. And one more thing, because it's been asked, with the lights off, it does still do its job. So does the blind spot protection, and goes off once the vehicle is clear. So everything works with the LED strip off as well. Now I stand corrected. What you can actually do is with your lights, you actually can dim and undim them. So right down here on your lights tab, as you can see, right now I'm at the dimmest portion. Now I can take it over to the far right and it does get brighter. Now I can take it down the opposite and they do get a little bit dimmer. So they're still pretty bright, but or at least not as bright as what they're capable of being, because at high brightness that is kind of a distraction. It's almost like the rave cave, which as you guys know on Teslas you can't really do unless you're like parked. Your max brightness. So these things are indeed bright. Let's see, this is the blue color. Now let's just go to our lights and try dimming this on this setting. Oh yeah, you can see the difference with the blue a little bit better than the red. But super bright. And there's your dim.